I know some of you are going to say, what? Try it. Hey everyone, welcome back to Makan and Wine, and as usual, we are going to try and find some wines to go with local Malaysian food. And my name is Lionel. I'm the founder of Diner.com, your resident wine and spirits expert. And today's video is going to be a little bit different. We're not going to challenge which wine works with what, but I'm going to do a little bit of introduction to a category of wine that I have, how should I say, rediscovered my love for. And that wine is called sherry. Almost everyone thinks sherry is a sweet wine that, you know, their aunties drink. It's a forgotten drink that's literally behind a bar. But nothing can be further from the truth, right? Sherry is a fantastic wine that was one of the oldest wines made in Spain since the 1700s. It was because of the English actually who discovered sherry when they attacked, or rather robbed, that part of Spain in Andalusia. And they took loads of sherry back to England and they fell in love with it and they started to drink it in large volumes. But they drank most of it with sweet, even though there were a lot of dry ones. I mean, William Shakespeare referred to it as sack, which is a dry sherry. The Spanish have to say that Sir Francis Drake, who was the Queen's pirate at that time, who sacked Andalusia, was probably Spain or sherry's greatest salesman. And it was because of him that sherry is now drank worldwide. In any case, there are basically four types of sherry. You have the Fino, or the Fino and the Manzanilla are pretty much the same. And the Fino is bone dry, crisp, refreshing. You have it with seafood, and in Spain, generally they would drink it as a true aperitif or just with some fried seafood, etc. Then you have the Amontillado, which is, you get more of that, how should I say, oxidized flavors coming out. You can probably have that with chicken. A lot of dishes actually, a lot of dishes. I found it that it works really well with Asian food as well. And then you get the Oloroso, which is richer, heavier. You definitely have that with meat. So they have a saying in Spain, if it swims, you have it with Fino. If it flies, you have it with Amontillado. If it runs on the ground, you have it with Oloroso. And last but not least, you have the sweet ones, because the first three categories are made pretty much from a different grape from the last category, which is the sweet one. So the Fino, the Palo Cortado, Amontillado, the Oloroso, they're all made from a grape called Palomino, whereas the sweet wines are made from Pedro Jimenez or Moscatel. So just a little bit about sherry. You will see some sherries featured in some of the other videos, but today we're featuring one of my favorites, the sweet sherry from Pedro Jimenez. And this is a grape called Pedro Jimenez, and it's very different. And literally this wine is called the nectar. And you will see why it's called the nectar, because of the consistency of the wine. But what I've done is, of course in Spain they generally drink this on its own. And you could drink this on its own. It's a lovely wine. You could see this. I'm going to use, of course, our Short Swizzle glasses. Thank you to the people at Short Swizzle. You can see it is literally almost syrupy. Oh, the intense raisins, a caramel, but in a very, very nice way. Wonderful with fruitcake. But what I paired it with today, a discovery that I discovered recently, is with our favorite local dessert called Tau Fu Fa. As you know, Tau Fu Fa is beancurd, right? And it's tasteless. And normally you add sugar syrup and possibly some ginger flavored sugar syrup. But I'm going to try it with Pedro Jimenez. So, obviously you don't add sugar syrup into the Tau Fu Fa, and you get your Pedro Jimenez and turn this into a dessert for adults only. If you're not sure, you can try it like what I'm doing, pour it into the spoon, but I know this is going to be great. Forget the brown sugar. Tau Fu Fa with Pedro Jimenez it is. I know some of you are going to say, what? Try it. Believe me, it is fantastic. Okay? Come back, give us some feedback. Tell me what else you think could go well with the Pedro Jimenez. I'll be happy to try that too. If not, you can get this bottle from dineout.com obviously, and it's an amazing price. It's only 68 ringgit. I'm not sure how long this price is going to hold. I was told by the importer that every shipment that's coming in now, you know, because of all the logistics costing is going to go up. But it's 68 ringgit. It's half a bottle, but trust me, it's more than enough. It's fantastic. It's great on its own, great with fruitcakes, and now you're great with Dao Fu Fa. Okay, enjoy. Thank you. Bye-bye.